Hello everyone. The topic which I'm going to discuss now is the subject which I'm going to discuss now is entrepreneurship development. It's for fifth sem BCom, and the topic in entrepreneurship development is small scale industries. The subtopic is development of SSI. So yeah, it has been discussed session wise. So in this session we are going to discuss about development of SSI. So, what is this development of SSI? Development of SSI is like because of this small scale industries, in what way it has improved in all the fields, in all the aspects of life. So, each and everything will discuss in detail how the SSI has improved, and in turn, like what is the contribution of SSI to the economy, to the individual, to women, to the nation, all that. So provides employment. All this also we have discussed in all the many of the previous session how the SSI has led to providing employment to huge number of people. Provides employment means like you can just close your eyes and just think all SSI sectors have been closed in our country. You can just think for a while, then immediately, as soon as we think all the exercise are going to be closed, the first thing what comes to in our mind is how many of them are going to lose job. Because of this, so many have lost job. Ayyo, so many are going to lose the job. This is the thought which we get immediately when we think that SSI is going to be closed. So, this SSI, because of SSI, the n number of people have been employed, which we can tell as really this has led to the development of SSI. And because it is related to employment very much because of the growth, because of the growth that increases the employment, what happens? They get full support from the government also. Because as I told you, just one second, if you think that SSI has been closed, immediately we think about the employment. Naturally, we can tell that SSI is nothing but employment. And it is not only self employment, it is not only the person who is organizing this SSI is being provided with employment. Not only that, all are working for SSI will be provided with employment. And when you think, as I told you, when SSI is not the many lose job, then facilitates women growth. How it facilitates women growth means, see, many of the women, they are so much involved, totally involved with the manufacture of the certain things in this SSI. As we discussed in tiny ancillary and cottage industries, we also saw the images how so many women are involved in the manufacturing activities or in the production activities. They also get involved fully in this, which is the indicator that women also is growing along with it. As I told, as or we discussed in the previous videos, like ideal mind is devil's paradise, which means that if you sit ideally without doing any work, all so many hundreds of thoughts will get into our mind, which is not a healthy thought also. So when anyone is preoccupied with some work, they don't even have time to think about all this. So when women is engaged in the work totally, it facilitates the women growth. Then brings balanced regional development, as I told you. As we have discussed earlier, also brings balanced regional development because of SSI in many areas where it was considered as backward area or undeveloped, or it's not going to develop at all in such a type of place also. SSI has started because they give more subsidies when you start up in an area where it is also called as backward area, where the development activity is full of doubt whether it's going to happen or not. If in such type of places, if you're going to startup, definitely because of this SSI, there'll be good development that will happen there. So what happens? Since these areas get developed, there will be balanced regional development. No way area will be left out stating that is useless area. So any SSI is started in such type of area, there will be balanced regional development. Then mobilization of local resources. Since this is happening, the resources also will be utilized to fullest extent. So some resources which would have been left out idle if not used for this purpose, all that can be utilized. Even for labor, so many people are just whiling over their time to just chatting, sitting, playing games, all that. So what happens? Even human resources will be utilized fully. Then optimization of capital. Capital also will be utilized to a very greater extent. Whatever capital is there, whatever capital is invested in SSI, all that will be utilized to the maximum extent. Only when you know or when you invest, you will come to know the importance of money. So once a person has invested into the company, he will know the hard earned money how it has been invested, for what purpose they are investing, to see to that they earn more and more money. So when that is the case, naturally when each and every person are investing by themselves, they'll see to that the capital is utilized to the fullest maximum extent. That is optimization of capital. Then promotes exports. See, the development of SSI is to such a great extent now. The more of exports contribution is from SSI only. SSI is a major companies which are exporting more items demanded worldwide. So when export is increased, naturally our development also will increase. So that leads to the improvement in balance of payment also. So it, more number of goods have been exported, and that in turn has improved the balance of payment. Then complements large scale industry. It is not required that each and every aspect whatever is required should be manufactured by large scale industries only. Large scale industries can't manufacture many things without the support of small scale industries. So what happens is small scale industries, what is required for the large scale in the industries, they take up the components which all has to be manufactured and supply on time to them whenever it is required. So what happens? They go hand in hand. They go hand in hand with each other. So this definitely has led to the development of SSI. Then meets consumers' demand. SSI, when you think what are the types of SSI or what it's manufacturing, all that whatever is manufactured is for the consumers as per the consumers' expectations only. Then a very bright student, you might question like why then large scale industries are not producing as per the consumers' demands. Both are producing as per the consumers' demands, but large scale industries are so many in number. Like if one industry is manufacturing and if the other one is not given, you can easily switch on to some other industry where they are going to provide. So they see to that all is required will be supplied. So this when it is supplied as per the requirement of the consumers, we can rightly state that it meets the consumers demand. Then ensure social advantage. Social advantage is the criteria which has to be taken into consideration, because without social relationship, a human being cannot survive. So this, because of the SSI, this social relationship, everything become much easier and it's easy for the development. So it ensures the advantage of it. Then develops entrepreneurship. Finally and foremost, without second chapter, first chapter would have not been possible. First topic. So it definitely develops, ensures the social advantage by building up the relationship among the customers, employees, stakeholders, owners, all that. So this really creates a good relationship among all of them. Then develops entrepreneurship. Not only that, because of SSI, so many people have come up in life in many ways. So naturally, it develops the entrepreneurship also. So all this is interrelated. When one is developed, the other one naturally gets developed. So all this, if it has happened, definitely we can tell that SSI uh, has developed to a very great extent. So you can see contribution and performance of MSME. What is MSME? Medium, small, medium, and enterprises. It can be called as. So how much it has been contributed? The 13 million MSMEs producing more than 8,000 products. It is not just one and two or three. It is 8,000 products this MSME is manufacturing, and that in that 45% of is industrial production. Now this SSI has been termed as MSME. So can tell what are the when it is asked as the development of SSI, in what way it has developed and what way it is contributing to the nation. When we discussed here, what we discussed the points in the previous topic, it is just like SSI, but now this has been termed as MSME and no more SSI. So what is the contribution of MSME towards the society is like how many products it is. 13 millions are there producing more than 8,000 products. More than 8,000 varieties of products have been manufactured, and all that comes under MSME. Then 45% of industrial production in that, in the whole lot, when we take into consideration, and all the 100% is taken into consideration, in that 45% are related to industrial production. That means industrial goods or whatever is related to industries is manufactured by MSME. Then 10% of it goes for exports, and 31 millions of people are employed in this, which can be easily understood. It has provided employment generation, which we have discussed, is happening in this small scale industries or MSME. They have provided 31 million employment. I just told, just close your eyes and just think, if a small scale industries is not there, immediately the thought arises for you, so many will be unemployed. Not so many, it is 31 million people will be unemployed. So, which means to say that they have accommodated so many of people, that is not one or two, it is 31 million employment. And exports also, 10% of the contribution of exports is from MSME. So on the whole, if you just say, look into this image, we can make out that MSME contribution towards the development of the economy is very high. So this, in what all possible ways it is possible, what are the required ways it is possible, SSI has to be developed and it has to be brought to a very great extent, because it is really helpful for the development of our nation. So this is the website link where I have borrowed this image. So you can just go through it, where they have given very neatly. Not only the figure has been given, even the information related to the same has been provided. And the books you can refer this to. So I hope regarding the development of SSI, we have just discussed only a few. There are many which will go on and on. But what is required, to a very little extent we have discussed. Hope it will be helpful to one and all. Thank you all.